Good morning, guys. Welcome to the show. Today is Wednesday, February 20th, 2019. Very glad to have you guys here. Now, what we're going to do is, let me see, where's my paper here? Okay, here we go. Let's get the chart started right here. What I wanted to show you guys is gold here. This is the last, just from 2014, it come up and it touched this line of resistance at around 1350. Broke through it slightly, but you can see it smashed back down again. Back down to, 1050, you know, really bad. And then it come up again in 2016 and broke through that line of resistance of 1350. And it was smacked back down to 1150. And then it come up and broke it again. And just before the end of 2018, it broke above 1350. And now look at it. It's heading right back up to break through that resistance line of 1350 again. The fourth time in just the last couple years, you know. So we got to really keep our eye on this. As we can see, gold is heating up. So is silver. They're heating up right now. But the thing is the Fed is still continuing with their policies of monetary tightening. This is all due to the fact that the Fed has said that they're going to change monetary policy, but they haven't yet. So we got to keep our eye on gold. So what is gold doing today? Well, let's go take a look right here. First, we'll start with the silver price today. Let me narrow the charts in a little bit so we can see this better. And pull down. Okay, here we go. Silver has broken above $16. For the first time in a long time, it's broken solidly above $16. I mean, it flirted with it for a little bit, but now it's broken solidly above $16. The ask is $16.13 and the bid price is $16.02. We're up 7 cents on the day. Now let's take a look at gold here. Gold, $13.44. It's staying solid up at that price. It's almost breaking through the resistance line of $13.50. It's getting very, very close. We're up $4 on the day, you know. Cheer it on, because if we can break through this resistance and get some momentum behind us, you know, it'll be the first time. This is the fourth try, you know. And let's hope it can do this. Let's hope it can break through resistance and get some momentum behind it. Now, gold and silver are not the only thing that's actually doing good right now. Let's take a look at cryptocurrency, you know. Let's see. Let me open the chart a little bit here so we can take a look. We're looking at Bitstamp right now, and this is a live chart. And this is very bullish, the fact that it's went up to a price mark of around 38.80 or whatever. And it's been slowly climbing from that price mark instead of slowly descending. Now, see, a few days ago, it went up to a price mark. Let me move back in the chart. We can probably see it here. It went up to a price mark here a few days ago of about 3,700. But then it made a slow descent. See this slow descent right through here. This time it went up and found a price mark, and it's slowly rising. And that's more bullish when it does that, and much more bullish. And look at the heavy volumes right now. The volumes are increasing. You know, this is setting up. It's starting to look a lot more bullish to me than it was. But now let's take a look at cryptocurrency market capitalizations. And there's something interesting I want to point out here. We're looking at a market cap of 134 billion.8. And, you know, the market cap has been steadily increasing. Like, it was like 132 billion yesterday. Today it's 134.8. So we've gained a couple $1 billion in market cap. Bitcoin dominance of 51.7%. But one of the things I find interesting on this chart is, if you go down here and take a look at Litecoin, Litecoin is solidly broken above $50, $51.20. And it's one of your coins that's actually doing better than even the other coins are going up like crazy, but Litecoin's exceeding expectations. It's up 5% just on today alone, you know. And you know what? The price of Litecoin, if you'd bought Litecoins, you could have got them for like 28 bucks. Not that long ago either. Just like, and that's, you know, that's when everybody is bearish on it right then. Nobody wanted them. Everybody was talking it down, you know, saying cryptocurrency's no good and everything. And now look, you could have nearly doubled your money. 51.20 now on Litecoin. You know, I've been bullish on Litecoin for a long time. I love Litecoin. Litecoin's silver to Bitcoin's gold, and that's why I like it so much, because it's the digital form of silver. And you know how I love silver. So, needless to say, that's why I love Litecoin. Anyway, let's take a look at the Dow Jones today. We're looking at her up 22 points on the day. So she's not going much of anywhere, but she's holding her own right now. 25,913. It's near an all-time high. If we go out here and we take a look like at the 2-year chart, you can see that it's made like 3 peaks now. I'm going to call what it's just made a peak. It's made a peak here, back on the 2018 first 22nd. It made another peak here, in 2018 on the 9th month, the 17th day, and now it's made like a 3rd peak right here at 2019, February 11th, around February 11th, it made a peak. And it's holding that peak, or crescendo. And all 3 peaks are extremely overvalued. This market's overvalued, but you have to understand something. If we go into a hyperinflation, you could see the Dow go a lot higher than this. Okay, just letting that be said, you know, that the Dow could go a lot higher if we get a hyperinflation. Now let's take a look here at oil prices, because, you know, oil prices are an awful lot more important than you think in the overall scheme of things, because we're in an oil-based economy. And it's going to be that way for quite a long time. Eventually, there's going to be other technologies that take over from oil, and eventually, but those are a long way off. Everything is geared for oil. Factory production, everything is geared for oil right now, the way it sits right now. The earth is burning through its cheaper oil. There's a lot of oil out there, guys. But the oil that they're running through right now is the cheap oil. That oil is going to be a little bit higher prices because they're going to need a little bit more money to get it out of the ground. The more expensive oil. Like, for instance, say, the tar sands here in Canada. They got 196 billion barrels of oil in the tar sands here in Canada. Now, Saudi Arabia claimed to have over 200 billion barrels of oil back when they first started pumping. But you got to understand, Saudi Arabia has been pumping for a long time. And now they don't let anybody know what they got anymore. You know what I mean? The last biggest oil reserve on earth is the Canadian tar sands. But you need like $70 a barrel to get it out of that tar sand. It's hard to get it out. You know, it takes a lot of processing money to process it. And that's the problem with the Canadian tar sands. But, you know, when the oil price gets over $200 a barrel, then they'll have the money they need to process it. So now let's move on and take a look at bonds and rates for today. I hate those pop-up ads. They're nothing but a nuisance. Okay, so we got the short end of the yield curve either unchanged or falling. The long end of the yield curve is rising, but the amounts that they're rising all the way across the board is not that much, only on the 30-year. We got 1 basis point on the 30-year, just over 1 basis point. So the 30-year is rising a little bit. Bonds haven't been going much of anywhere lately, and they've been selling good. People have been buying a lot of U.S. Treasuries. Now let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index today, 96.58. You know, the dollar's just stumbling along at this price, and it hasn't been going much of anywhere lately. And so what we're seeing is a fairly static dollar. Really, to be honest, the dollar should be moving upwards, considering what the Fed's doing. But the fact that the dollar's just holding its own is a very bearish signal for the dollar, because the Fed eventually is going to have to change course or change direction. And when they do, we're going to see massive pressure on the dollar to move downwards and fall off. So that's what we're looking at with this. What was we had here? Oh, yeah, that gold chart I had up here before. Yeah, look at it, making a move up towards 1350. And in fact, we're going to have to wait and see if it breaks through that resistance and goes to the upside. I am really rooting for gold, you know, this time around. Listen, Thank you guys for listening to my report. We'll catch you again very, very soon. Bye-bye for now, guys. And don't, remember to like and subscribe. Go over to my other channel. All you got to do is, on the search engine on YouTube, just put Delta Report. And if you're interested in cryptocurrency, I do a lot of cryptocurrency reports over there. Thank you guys for listening. Bye-bye for now.